In this video, I'm going to discuss the parts of a CINAHL heading record for a term. In this case, we were searching for obesity, and as you know, as I've mentioned, when you are searching the CINAHL headings database, what it will return to you are terms based upon relevancy for the term that you've entered in the box. Because we are looking for obesity, obesity appears at the top. Now, if I were to click on the term itself, what you will notice is that you'll come to a page that will show you where the term you're looking at falls in the hierarchy of the CINAHL headings. In this case, what you'll notice is that obesity sits under nutritional and metabolic diseases, as well as under some other broad headings or trees in the CINAHL heading database. Below obesity, what you'll notice is these are more specific types of obesity. Obesity being the very broad term, therefore returning you a lot of articles. And as you work down the list here, what you'll notice is that the search will become more focused and give you fewer articles. Now, if I select obesity by clicking in the box, you'll notice a blue line appears, which gives me a couple of options. One of those options, or the first option I'll come to, is what is called the explode option. Exploding will increase the number of articles you get when doing a search, because what happens when you do that is the database not only searches for obesity, but every specific type of obesity. So what happens is it searches the subject heading fields for any of these four terms, and that is why the articles will show up in your search results. Now, if you don't want to use explode, another option you might want to use is what is called the major concept designation. What this means to you is that when it searches for obesity, the database, it'll search for obesity only as a major heading. And what major headings are the designation that the term is a major focus of the paper, or it's the major topic or discussion of the paper. So in selecting this, not only will your articles be directly discussing obesity, but it will also decrease the number of articles you get, because not every article is going to be focused on obesity. Sometimes obesity may be a secondary discussion or a minor heading. So one way you can decrease the number of articles you get is to click on major concept. Now, you'll notice as I work to my right here, there's also again the scope note. If I should click on this dialog box, what it will do is it will give me the definition for obesity, or another term if I was looking at another term. Remember, it's important to sometimes click on the scope note, because every database defines terms differently, and it may not be defined in a particular database the way you would like. In this case, obesity means obesity, so it doesn't give me any pop-out box to define it any differently. Further working to my right, as I told you before, major concept will just decrease the number of articles you get. Subheadings will do the same thing. Subheadings are used when you are only interested in a particular aspect of a topic. Like, say, when it comes to obesity, you may only be interested in the diet therapies or treatments for a particular person. You'll notice that if I click this box, over here on the right, a /DH will appear. What that means to you is that when it searches for obesity, it's only searching for obesity with a subheading of diet therapy. This will further decrease the number of articles you get. Now, if I scroll down to the bottom of the page, what you'll notice is many times you'll have a suggestion box of related headings, meaning if you're to kind of key you into some other things that might be useful to you when doing a search. All of these are CINAHL headings, and if you click on them, it'll go ahead and search for it as well. You'll also notice at the very bottom here, it says used for. The used for box alerts you to the fact that if overweight is used or obesity is used in the discussion of obesity in an article, they're all going to be classified under obesity when subject headings or CINAHL headings are attached to the article. So, if you're looking at obesity and you also have overweight as maybe an alternative term to use, you no longer need to use overweight, because what you'll know is that if whether it mentions obesity or overweight, they're all classified under obesity. Now, from here, if I wanted to search this, all I have to do is hit search the database. And you'll notice that I now have 1,418 results that deal with the CINAHL heading of obesity with a subheading of diet therapy. And those are the important parts of a CINAHL heading term record.